Hey, this is Don Pryor, and I am the co-founder of Michigan SEO Group. Today, in this video, I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about some of the things that we do for our clients that I bet you your web designer and your SEO people aren't doing for you. And that's a shame because this stuff is important, it needs to be done, and I don't see a lot of other people doing it. We all know that Google is the king of the search engines, right? That's the search engine that most people use. And over the years, Google changes the rules, and they give you clues, but they don't tell you exactly what they're doing behind the scenes to calculate what your placement is in the search results. But SEO people, it's our job to figure out what's going on and make sure that we're playing by the rules and that we're doing everything we can to get our customers to show up highly in the search results. Over the past few years, Google has made a couple of big changes to how they operate, where a few years ago they said, hey, if your site isn't mobile compatible, if we don't think it is, then we're not going to list your site as highly in the search results. Obviously you're not investing in maintaining your site. We're seeing more and more mobile traffic. Your site isn't mobile compatible. We're not going to list you. Another thing that they did was they said, hey, if it didn't used to be important that your site had a secure connection unless you were accepting credit cards, but now we've decided that everybody needs a secure connection. So whether you're accepting credit cards or not, if your site isn't hosted with a secure connection, we're not going to list you as highly in the search results. Our customers, we've been working with them over the past few years, making sure that they're upgraded with all of these things. They have a mobile responsive website and they're hosted on a secure connection. Now Google's starting to pay attention to things like, well, how fast does this website load? Because if it loads too slow, then it's probably not a very good site and we're not going to list it as highly. They're also starting to pay attention to how many annoyances does this site have. Like, when you search for something on Google and you kind of get the list of search results and a little snippet of what you're going to see. Oh, yeah, I want to see this. And you click on it. That's what Google wants you to see. They don't want you to see 10 different pop-ups and all these things sliding in and out of the screen, right? So if you have a bunch of what they consider annoyances on your site, they're not going to list you as highly. Well, now they're really starting to pay attention to how quickly your site loads. And it's funny because half the stuff that they complain about actually comes from Google itself, right? A lot of websites, they want to use all these different fonts. Well, Google has a font library that you can interface with, and people want Google Analytics, and they want to include YouTube videos. I don't know if you know this, but YouTube is owned by Google. So you're using all these different Google things on your website, and Google's saying, hey, your site's loading slowly because all this Google stuff, so we're not going to list it as highly. It's crazy. So what we've been doing is paying a lot of attention to what do we really need to do to only load things that we absolutely need, make sure that it's optimized and loaded in the right order so that this site is fast. Like Google will give you a score and we can see what this score is based on how fast things load, and we know that if we load all this stuff, they give us a terrible score. If we load only what we need, but we don't have it in the right order, they still give you a mediocre score. So we spent a lot of time really fine-tuning it and figuring out what we need to do to make Google happy that our sites are loading really, really fast. Most sites get this horrible score, and because we're hand coding our sites. I mean, we have a programmer going in there and putting things in the right order and optimizing it and only loading what we really need to, we can get really good scores. And I just don't see a lot of people doing this. A lot of people are just using WordPress or Wix or one of these fabbed website builders. And the problem with those, I mean, it's great to a certain extent. It allows somebody who doesn't know much about web design to make you a website. But the problem is they load everything in the kitchen sink all at once, and you got all this code loading in, and Google's going to give you a horrible score because you're doing stuff like that. So if your web designer isn't going under the hood and behind the scenes and taking a look at this stuff and then checking the Google results to making sure they're giving you a good score, then you're not going to be listed as highly as you otherwise could be in the search results. And that's a shame if SEO is important to you. And if you have a website, SEO probably should be important to you, right? You have a website, you want it to show up when people search. That's what SEO is, and that's what we do for our customers. So if you're not sure that your web people are doing this for you, if you're not sure that your SEO people are doing this for you, you should give us a call and we could have that discussion. We can help you figure that out because, all of our customers, that's what they're getting. We have our team behind the scenes doing this stuff, making sure that, our customer sites are loading quickly, that they're showing up in the Google Webmaster Console and the search results, and we're keeping our eye on the ball. So we'd love to be able to help you with that. Let us know if you have any questions.